On Channel Africa with Poppy and Ntsako. We are chatting Re Basadi. Tebatso Molapo is the founder. Started this journey at 19 years old and has built it into a 40,000 women strong platform, doing incredible things, not only hosting events, networking events, but mentorship and having meaningful conversations with women across South Africa. Welcome to Channel Africa, babe.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm always so happy to be here and see you guys. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm always nervous.
Don't be nervous.
But I get that attention, so this is gonna be.
You are doing the
this
work.
is gonna be great.
You are doing the work. Don't be nervous. You deserve to be here. We're here to celebrate you and to find out more about your story and what you've got coming up.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to get into it.
I feel like I'm on the biased side of life if I ask you when all of this started, because you and I were even on a competition.
We were on a competition together. We go back. Yes. So we were runner-ups in a competition. Ntsako was first. I was second place, I think. Second, yes. Was I third place? I can't remember. But I was there. But we were standing
we were
there together
with giant checks of money.
Yes.
Guys, what happened to the money?
I used it to buy equipment, to build the business.
My way. This sounds like a reunion on Channel Africa at this point in time. Well, welcome to your reunion. Let's chat about Re Basadi and what prompted you to start the platform.
I always say, like, Re Basadi has always been a nudge.
Okay.
Like, I want to have, like, this, like, story. Like, so, obviously, the essence of it is how I'm from a very matriarchal family. The women in my family are business owners. My mom is a private, like, she has a nurse, but she has a private practice.
Okay.
So I think we get a lot of the entrepreneurial side of who we are from her. And even from a young age, I think I've always just been surrounded by women that are like, you can do this, keep going.
Sure.
And I wanted to create that platform. So even when I started, I was 19 when I started Re Basadi. I was a teenager, but it was such a powerful name. I mean, if I'm looking back 11 years later, I'm like at 19, Re Basadi, like, girl, and obviously it has taken a lot of me proving myself in a lot of that time to say, you're this young girl saying you are running this Re Basadi movement, like, what can you say? But as I get older and as I'm evolving in my womanhood, I actually realize it's actually an evolution of my womanhood and just in essence an evolution of Basadi. Like, yes, we just go through different seasons in our lives, and Re Basadi is a story of that.
And how are you feeling now? I mean, if you're saying that it is a reflection of your womanhood in the different phases, where are we now?
So I'm a mom. I've got 2 kids. I've got 2 boys. Yes. Yes. So that's the part of my software update. So I'm a mom. So even in that journey of, like, me becoming a mom, I've been through my fair share of, like, experiences that women go through, postpartum depression. And even that during that time, my friends and my circle really carried me. And it really gave birth to what I do now with Re Basadi. So that's why I say it's an evolution of my womanhood and just things that I discover in this journey of being a woman. So when I started, I was a boss babe, like, I wanted money, like, and as I, like, then COVID happened and I'm like, I went back to rediscovering myself, my passions, what do I love, and introducing that into what we do with Re Basadi. We were hosting paint and sip and paints, like introducing women to different hobbies, because we're just the spectrum of, like, so many things. And the more we embrace ourselves, it's almost like the better we become. Yes. The more we embrace ourselves and all the facets of who we are, the better we become. We flourish. Yes.
So you've built this community and this platform that, so many women, thousands of women are able to benefit and to get community from. What has it done for you in that aspect? How has it provided community for you?
Sure. I say that because I always say after the events that I don't necessarily get to experience it. So obviously I'm watching from an organizer's point of view. But when I'm watching, like, and I'm sitting and just like seeing the woman having these conversations, it's essentially what I've always wanted to build. I have sisters, so I mean, I'm here with my cousin. Like, it's people that are there for me when I need a space to talk. And even some of the women that have been in this community, they've always provided such a safe space for me. So I guess essentially it's just like I'm just really proud of what we've been able to do. It fulfills me.
Sure.
And I always say, like, Re Basadi for me is so much about my passion and my purpose. Yes, because the yes, obviously you make money here and there, but I make money outside of other things because I'm
Period.
so passionate about bringing women together.
You see,
Yes.
Musadi must not have one source of income, multiple. But let's talk about, the fact that you are at the center of having a lot of conversations with women, which means it gives you data and insight about what's happening in our communities, socially, in our homes, economically as well. How have those conversations evolved? What would the conversations be in the beginning, and what are they now? And what are some of the common topics that women are still bringing up to this day, even 11 years later?
Sure. It's so broad, and I say it's broad because, especially when we have events, we are bringing different women. They're from different walks of lives.
Sure.
And even how I've always structured how I host. Like, for instance, I know when I was in like varsity, like, I barely had money to just, and even now, like you say, even economically right now, everybody wants to hold on to their last cent. So even in crafting the events, I always make sure that it's very inclusive, making sure that if I'm saying an event is 1,000 Rand, I give the woman 3 months to pay it off because I want to be inclusive. Like, I want even the woman that is like not making a lot of money to be part of the conversation, because like you say, it's how I guess we are getting data. I don't want to put it like that. Yes, but like just kind of like getting insight of who women are and what they, and we can't have that conversation if we're only having it with women in the upper class or in the middle class. We want to go like and talk to like literally all women, essentially all women. Yeah.
Let's talk about the expansion of your business and just Re Basadi. What is happening there? Where can we look forward to seeing you and your platform in the future?
I'm hoping to grow into Africa. I really, really have always wanted to expand into Africa. I have like built relationships with incredible women all over the continent. Nigeria, we've got like ladies in Namibia. One of my friends actually moved into the USA, and she's like, "Did you get your passport? Please come visit." So it's just essentially like having those women that will be able to open up those channels for me. I was actually supposed to go to Kenya next month for a retreat. I'm partnering with one of my sisters. I call them my sisters because it's essentially just women that always think of me, like, to say, I'm growing, I want to grow with you at Tebatso. So we were going to collaborate on a retreat. But we're only doing that next year, and we're also partnering on another one in Tanzania in the next few months. So I'm excited for that. So I think it's my soft launch pad into Africa.
Why not?
Yes.
That is
And
what you should be doing.
Yes.
It's incredible.
I feel like the juxtaposition of you having boy children and running a female network is really interesting. It's almost like one of life's comedic moments. How has it been now, kind of watching them grow up and watching them becoming men in society, and the type of women or the type of men you'd want them to be to women?
So I always say one of the reasons I work really hard and I have a life outside of motherhood and like all the other roles where I have to give. I want my children, especially as boys, to understand that a woman can be so many things. She doesn't have to be boxed. So that's very important for me. And I've also just recently in the past year co-founded a sports development foundation. And we want to focus on young boys because it's it's okay to say, yes, we want to empower the young woman, but how do we also build young men
Sure.
into men that are secure with themselves and respect women, essentially. And I think for me as well, just being able to sometimes bring my kids into these environments,
Yeah.
they're going to be surrounded by powerful women. They're going to know women don't play.
Yeah.
Did you just soft launch
Word.
Re Basadi?
Maybe that will be the name of my soccer team.
Do you understand? Re Basadi.
Is the place to do it. Tebatso Molapo, the founder of Re Basadi, right here on Channel Africa. We're going to continue chatting to her. We just have to get into sports and econ news. Right now, though, here is Zycon with the latest in sports. We are literally sitting with a woman who's carrying Africa forward right now. The founder of Re Basadi, Tebatso Molapo, is still with us, and we're chatting about empowering women through community. So, chat to us about what a typical event looks like at Re Basadi. I know you had your event yesterday and you're still hanging out in town with us. But if we haven't been to one of your events, how does it create that sense of community, and what does a typical event look like?
So our events are at Re Basadi, so I'm very strict when it comes to like the type of conversations we have. So I always drive the conversation because it's very easy to just like,
Talk
do
about boys.
small talk. Actually, one of my rules, correct.
Yeah.
Because one of my rules is actually we don't talk about boys. Because the minute that we get into that conversation, it's a never-ending
Re Basadi
conversation.
sleepover.
Yeah. So we have a deck of card conversations that I've created. I actually created them with my cousin. They were basically inspired by the conversations that we have, because we have like really deep conversations around how family shapes us, the painful moments that we've been through, how they've shaped us as people, and how do we actually heal and become better individuals.
Sure.
So we kind of like, so the conversations are driven by that. So I also work with my chef. I have a chef that I work with, Tebatso Molapo. She's been with me since I started Re Basadi. Wow. So since like 10 years ago, I met Tebatso, and Tebatso now curates the most incredible meals for the women. So the women arrive, they are treated to starters, canapes, depending on what like we feel like might be working for the season, or maybe the place that we're at, or maybe if we did something wrong in, like I said, we had a dinner in Polokwane, and we're like, no, this is too fancy. Let's like, make small nibbles so that the ladies can have like, different flavors.
Sure.
And so she's my go-to chef. I go with her to all my retreats.
Wow.
And she's just been such an incredible person in my community. So the ladies get there, have drinks, and they chat, but then the cards are actually what's guiding the conversation, and we all move to the table, and the conversations continue. So this past weekend we're actually treated to a vinylist by the owner of the venue that we're using, Shai Heels in Pretoria. She has a vinylist that normally works there,
Sure.
and she was like, listen, I am bringing you guys a vinylist.
my
And he came there with his mom, and it was, oh my goodness.
What do I have a feeling it's Maremo? Is it Maremo?
It's Atlarang.
Oh my gosh. Insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were listening to any type of music. I think at some point we had Makompo and
No way.
Violin Makompo, and it was just such a treat. The ladies were dancing. There'll be tears at the table. I always say an event is not complete if someone hasn't let go of something off their chest, because that's the purpose of it, for you to feel safe enough to share with people, to say, this is what I'm going through. And we're just guided. And I think especially this past one, what I really loved was there was a woman of different ages. So I think the oldest lady there was like around maybe 60.
Wow.
And she was like, and the one thing that's consistent is that as women, we go through the same struggles.
Yes, we do.
And just having somebody to guide you through that struggle in life, I think that's just the most beautiful thing that I
Sure.
get to experience. at these events. Yeah.
So we have Kenya, Tanzania coming up. You are soft launching the US because we have a friend there. Just in terms of, because I also saw a particular vehicle partnership on your Instagram.
Yes.
What are you looking for when you look for partners for Re Basadi? I'm considering the growth that it's going into. We're going into a Pan-Africanism as well, and women in Pan-Africanism. So what does that look like for your partnerships now?
So most of my partnerships are actually through the women that I meet in my journey. So I got this partnership through this young lady. She's a young lady. She's like my little sister to me. And she put my name forward. And she said, I know Tebatso. I've worked with Tebatso before because she was my social media manager when I was running Re Basadi. And she was like, Tebatso does dinners and hosts retreats. Can you please plug her into one of our events that we partner with? And so I think for me, it's about just like long-term relationships. I'm very big on relationships. Relationships are very important to me because I think essentially when someone who already values you puts your name forward, it makes things easier, than always like having to of course I understand that I do have to prove myself, but especially when it comes to brand partnerships, it's very difficult because it's such a saturated market, and we all want to partner with brands, but when you walk into those spaces and there's already value the work that you do, I think for me that's what I look for right now in partnerships. So I actually made a decision after my last retreat that I'm not going to approach brands for sponsorships anymore.
Wow.
Because I just made a decision. I was like, actually, because it actually holds me back from the work that I do.
Yeah.
How so?
Because it takes a long time for them to approve things, or they'll approve, you promise the ladies, and then at the last hour, it's like, I'm sorry, we're not doing this anymore. And I promised an experience that the women don't get to have. But when you have someone that's inside and is pushing to say, I know Tebatso will deliver, then it becomes easier and better. Yeah.
What are you loving about being a young woman and doing your thing right now and empowering other women? What's exciting you about your womanhood?
Being hot.
Yes. The honesty.
She's done.
I am loving being hot.
Yeah.
I've always heard that being 30 comes with a level of confidence that is unmatched, and I see it like I'm so free with who I am now. I am just like, I'm living my life to the best of what I can do. I'm connecting more with people now. You will find me at an event somewhere talking, being hot.
Exactly. First and foremost.
I was like Betty first, mom immediately after.
No, she's a Betty mom.
First. And mom immediately
Funny
after.
you are. Tebatso Molapo, thank you so much for joining us on The Upside, the founder of Re Basadi, right here on Channel Africa.